Welcome to Elwood and Phillip. Here we are at the Alfa Romeo Spettacolo Event. It's a show and shine as well as a concourse event. Here you'll find everything relating to Alfa Romeo. We've got vintage stuff from the 1960s and even some pre-war cars right through to modern day Alfas. When you think of beauty and timeless style in an automobile, it's hard to look beyond Alfa Romeo. They exhibit a something special that you can't quite put your finger on. Passion. Established in 1910, Alfa Romeo has a long history of motor racing, which is evident in its sweeping, sporting and purposeful designs, which is still fine today. The best in Italian design houses have all worked their pen for Alfa, including Bertone, Giulietta Giugiaro, Italdesign, Pininfarina, Zagato, and Central Style Alfa Romeo. Whilst the challenge was hard, we've handpicked the most beautiful, mass-produced Alfas that are still somewhat affordable today. First up on our list is the Series 1 1966 to 1969 Alfa Romeo Spider Veloce. This appeared as a 1.3 Junior, a Spider 1600 and a Spider 1750. This body style was launched at the 36th Geneva Motor Show in March 1966. To choose a name for its new model, Alfa Romeo announced a naming competition offering a new car as the prize. Out of 100,000 entries submitted, the winning name was selected as Duetto. However, unfortunately this name couldn't be adopted due to trademark issues, and the car was simply known as the Alfa Romeo Spider 1600. Due to the shape of its long, round tail, the Series 1 Spider is often called boat tail, to differentiate it from the later model cam tail Series 2 cars. A 1966 Series 1 Spider 1600 is featured in the 1967 film The Graduate, giving the model widespread visibility. The Alfa Romeo Montreal 2+2 was made from 1970 to 1977. In its day, this was more expensive to buy than the Jaguar E-Type or Porsche 911. Named from the 1967 unnamed concept car at Expo 67, which was held in Montreal, Canada. Its body was designed by Gandini at Bertone. The first production car featured a 90-degree crossplane fuel-injected V8 that produced just shy of 200 horsepower. Stylistically, the most eye-catching feature is the car's front end with its four headlights partly covered by grills that come up when the lights are switched on. Another stylistic element is the ducts on the bonnet. This doesn't really serve any purpose other than to hide the power bulge. The slats behind the doors contain the cabin and vents. The Montreal remained generally unchanged until it was finally removed in 1977. By then, production had long ceased as Alfa struggled to remain the remaining stock. Total production was around 3,900. Unfortunately, none were ever sold in Montreal. Next up, we have the 1750 GT Veloce of 1967 to 1972. The 1750 GTV entered production in late 1967 along with the Berliner sedan and 1750 Spider. It departed significantly from the earlier cars externally. The new nose styling eliminated the stepped hood of the Giulietta Sprint GT and similar models, and this time incorporated four headlamps. The basic body shape 105 Coupes was designed by Giulietta Giugiaro of Bertone. It was one of his first major projects for Bertone and borrowed heavily from his earlier design for the Alfa Romeo 2000 Sprint and 2600 Sprint. The balance of glass and metal, the influence of the shape of the front and rear glass on the shape of the cabin, and the flat grille, which incorporated headlamps, were groundbreaking styling features for this car. Next up is the Alfa Romeo 4C. This mid-engine masterpiece was unveiled at the 2013 Geneva Motor Show. The 4C was initially only available as a coupe, with a Spider body style coming a few years later in 2015. The name 4C refers to its 4-cylinder engine. It was the first mass-produced Alfa model to be sold in the US market since 1995. When the 164 sedan stopped being sold there. The car was designed by Alfa Romeo's Style Centre, and its chassis is composed of a central carbon fibre tub with aluminium subframes front and rear, which equated to a total weight of just over 1 tonne, 1,118 kilos to be exact. The 4C single carbon fibre body was similar to many of the supercars, was mated to an outer body of composite material which is 20% lighter than steel. Whilst we really could include any of the 1950s and 1960s cars, we've settled on the Giulietta Type 750 and Type 101, which was the family of cars made from 1954 until 1965, which include our favourites, the Sprint and the Spider. Initially designed by Franco Scaglione at Bertone, it was produced at the coach builder's plant near Turin. The Spider models were designed by Pininfarina. From 1954 to 1965, a total of 177,690 Giuliettas were made. The plucky Giulietta used the venerable Alfa Romeo twin-cam straight 4 of 1290cc. Well, that's what we thought the top 5 most beautiful Alfas were. What do you think? Do you think we got it right? Do you think something else? Please let us know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. See ya!